Something strange has been happening within Adventism for some time now. The pillars of our faith, the very truths that made us a prophetic movement, are being questioned.
Just like good Adventists, always worried about the prophecy, but never worried about the people. Watching what the Pope is doing. Oh, the Pope is American now. The Pope is from Chicago now. Oh, what is this going to do? Is the Pope going to be friends with Trump? Is this going to bring in the Sunday Blue Law? Who cares? Who cares? There's people that are dead in our communities. When are we going to turn off the Daniel and Revelation seminar and start feeding and reviving the dead churches in our conference, reviving the dead marriages in our conference, reviving the dead children in our conference, reviving the dead people in our conference?
Daniel and Revelation seminars need to be turned off? What's really going on? And more importantly, is this the faith once delivered to the saints or a foreign import? Whose Adventism are we listening to? What spirit is behind these new voices? Today we're going to confront these questions head on. We're going to revisit the foundation that made this movement what it is, a people called out, set apart, raised up for a specific purpose in Earth's final crisis. We're going to see how the books of Daniel and Revelation are not just optional extras, but central to our identity, our message, and our mission. The storm is forming, and if anyone wants to be among the remnant, we are to consider, will we stand where our pioneers stood? Will we lift up the banner of truth in a time of compromise? Or will we trade the three angels' messages for a popular gospel, safe, neutral, and powerless? This is a wake-up call, because what is happening right now is not just strange, it's prophetic. And it's time we pay attention, because the Seventh-day Adventist movement did not arise by chance. It was born from prophecy, shaped by prophecy, and raised up for a proclamation of prophecy. It was never intended to be just another movement. From the very beginning, God gave Seventh-day Adventists a distinct identity and purpose. This is why Ellen White declared, Seventh-day Adventists have been chosen by God as a peculiar people separate from the world. This calling was not rooted in culture or custom, but in prophecy. The movement that emerged after the Great Disappointment of 1844 was not a mistake. It was a fulfillment of the prophetic period found in Daniel 8:14. Our pioneers came to understand that this time prophecy marked the beginning of Christ's final work of intercession in the heavenly sanctuary. This truth became the foundation of the Seventh-day Adventist identity. We're not here to blend in with the religious world around us. We were called to be distinct, chosen, prophetic. That's why Daniel and Revelation have always been at the heart of our message. Ellen White wrote, the books of Daniel and the Revelation are full of truth, and he who searches their pages will be blessed with the spirit of wisdom. The early Adventist preachers understood this. Joseph Bates, Jane Loughborough, Uriah Smith, Stephen Haskell, and others proclaimed that the prophecies were not side issues. They were the very message for this time, present truth. Bates called the three angels' messages the burden of our work, and Uriah Smith wrote the most detailed book interpreting Daniel and Revelation, which Ellen White clearly declared ought to be read by every minister who enters the field. But today we see something different. Many voices within Adventism are calling us to abandon the very message that gave us birth. We need to just focus on social work or community programs as if prophecy were a distraction, as if the books of Daniel and Revelation are outdated. This is not the path that God has marked out. In fact, Ellen White warned, God has chosen a people who are to proclaim the third angel's message to the world. They are to be a separate and peculiar people in this world of churches who are transgressing His commandments. We have a special work to do to prepare the people for the greatest event the world has ever seen. The books of Daniel and Revelation are of great consequence to us and should be studied with great earnestness. To turn away from prophecy is to turn away from our calling. And let us be clear, to be prophetic does not mean to be indifferent to human need. True prophetic preaching never neglects the practical. Revelation 14, the very chapter that outlines the three angels' messages, is inseparably linked to mission, mercy, and service. The early Adventists who preached about the judgment and the commandments of God were the same ones who founded sanitariums, printed books, and lifted up the poor. Ellen White said, "A great work is to be done in a short time, and men and women are to be converted from worldliness to Bible truth." Bible truth includes feeding the hungry, but it also includes warning the world of judgment. It includes caring for the sick, but it also includes proclaiming the mark of the beast and the seal of God. These are not either or. These are both and. Sadly, many today who dismiss the third angel's message have done so because they have ceased to study the books of Daniel and Revelation. Those who make light of the third angel's message do it because they know little of Daniel or Revelation. They have not read with a determination to find out the meaning by prayer, by study, and by fasting. To truly understand our mission, we must return to the prophetic pages that define us. Revelation must be read alongside Daniel, and these things must be taught. Will our brethren bear in mind that we are living amid the perils of the last days? Read Revelation in connection with Daniel. Teach these things. Prophecy is not optional. It is essential. The Seventh-day Adventist Church exists to proclaim a message unlike any other. We are to call the world to worship the Creator, to keep His commandments, and to prepare for the soon return of Jesus Christ. This is not a foreign identity. This is our birthright. Let us not trade it for a ball of worldly relevance. Let us return to the platform of truth and be once again a people of prophecy.